7 channels up. 8, 9, 14. One more to go. 15. There it is. All right. 15 out of 17 channels. Hello, people. Good morning. I hope everyone's doing good. We've got plenty to talk about today. Hey, 4-name girl. Plenty that we will be discussing. I need to plug this back in to the cha-cha. I need to plug this into cha-cha. Give me a second here. You know, it's like 50% chance you're going to get a USB cable right. It's like I always get them wrong. I will never be a good gambling man. I always get the USB in the wrong direction. How about y'all? You ever go to put a USB in, you can't see which way it goes because the guy, the idiot that made it over there at Microsoft, didn't think to make it so it worked either way because he's a fucking moron. So every time you go to put a USB in, you know, they treat him like he's a fucking rock star over there at Microsoft. The guy's a fucking idiot. But anyway, you go to plug the USB in and you always get it the wrong way. You got to flip it over and you're just like, every time I do, I think of that douchebag that they think is a rock star. And I'm like, you're not a rock star, dude. You're a fucking dumb bitch. You don't know how to engineer dick. Hey, Megsy. Hey, Billy. Hey, Roland. What's up, guys? Hey, J-Bone. Good morning. How's it going, everybody? So glad to see everybody. A little bit of a later start today on the show. I was feeling maybe I'd go a little early for some people. I don't know. On the West Coast, you know. Not the East Coast. I'm not worried about the East Coast so much because you guys are 3 hours ahead. So even if I go live at 7, you guys, it's 10 for you, you know. So it's not that big of a deal. Thanks for all the digits. Wow, you guys are trying to get me high and share the video, huh? You're trying to make me happy this morning, I see. It's always different. There's not even a standard of how they are installed, so they're upside down in some device. I know. So stupid. And they did a whole commercial, man. They did a whole advertising in the 90s or the early 2000s about the guy who invented the fucking USB. He's just douchebag dude, right? He's this fat douchebaggy looking dude. And they're all treating him like a rock star in the commercial. Oh, you're the star. You're the star. You invented USB. You're the star. And I'm like, dude, you're a fucking idiot. Your invention sucks dick. Look, I plugged my USB into my computer yesterday to transfer data, and it won't transfer data. Used to be, you'd plug your phone into your computer, and it would notice it as another drive. You click on the drive, you have access to it. Windows Microsoft 10 doesn't want you to do that anymore. Don't get me fucking started, man. Don't get me fucking started. I don't even want to get started on it. A lot to talk about. Let's start with a something a little anecdotal, but fucking hilarious and creepy all at the same time. Right? How is it anecdotal? How does it deal? How does it have anything to do with me? Well, it's the algorithms. Let me see what I can come up with here for you. Right. So this is the Useful Idiots, all one word. Useful Idiots, all one word. It's the name of the channel, and I'm subscribing to them and signing up for notifications for them. It's Matt Taibbi and sorry guys. Oh man. And Katie Halper. Matt Taibbi and Katie Halper, who I'm fans of both of them. I've never watched their podcast before. I just hadn't gotten around to it yet, you know. I am fans of both of them. But anyway, we're going to watch a little bit of the Useful Idiots. This kind of has an abrupt ending to it, I think. Really poor fucking editing on their part, but they call themselves idiots, and, you know, hey, I tend to agree. They can be fucking idiots. They call themselves idiots, so it makes it fair, doesn't it? Okay, let's get this up. Makes sense. All right. You're going to see what this has to do with me real quick. It's got several things. We've talked about several things that we're going to go over here.
I want to get to another issue.
I think I just say I like their intro music. It's real frenzy from the fucking early 2000s. It reminds me of Friends. You know, it's like real fucking what was that guy's name? Elvis Costello-ish.
You also were involved with Jordan that touches on the media.
You gotta love a jangly Strat. A whiny, jangly Stratocaster.
Which is sort of the internet censorship.
Oh, wait a minute. Who is this? Who is this over here? Huh? Does anybody know what he's been accused of? And his little counterpart here that backs him up. You know, since he's got a little pretty face to follow him around on the internet to try to fucking counter the rapist narrative, he brings his chick with him wherever he goes. It's to counter the narrative. The narrative is this guy's a fucking drunken rapist douchebag. That's the fucking narrative. And these people are cuck bitches for having him on their show, knowing that he raped some folks. You know, and I'm here to tell you, I don't care how much fucking respect I have for you. I lose a lot of it when you fucking give a rapist fucking airtime. Just so you guys know how I feel about Jordan Sheridan. All right? I don't like him.
Facebook is in the news a lot, obviously, this week. A lot
and you gotta love it. Now he wears a little suit and a little fucking shirt everywhere he goes to try to make himself look more respectable. Look at what Matt Taibbi's wearing. A fucking baseball cap and a white t-shirt with a black leather jacket. And you want to know why? Because he's not trying to fucking obfuscate his reality. He's a real dude and he's keeping it real. I'll give him credit. This guy, he's trying to polish a fucking rape turd. He's trying to polish a rape turd. I give him probably a few months before he decides to shave off the fucking beard, too. And he's probably going to go for contacts as well. He's really going to try to clean his image up. I don't know. Just guessing. I'm just doing this, folks. Just doing that.
Discussion about this, but there's an angle of this.
I'm looking for my coffee.
Nobody knows about, which has to do with live streams and whether or not they're moderating footage. Can you talk about your experience? And your videographer John Farina, and what you went through at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, so actually, John was at the Capitol on January 6th. I was working on another story, and he was the first one live for a small channel. You know, we don't have millions of subscribers. I think we had nearly 30,000 viewers live at that time. His footage was the infamous police officer's head rammed into the door in the Capitol that CNN and the rest of them, you know, used from us. We were asked, we licensed the domestic, foreign news outlets. So it was historic footage. Most people probably wouldn't have known the true story without that footage. And we found, I don't know, like a month or so after.
Okay, that's not true, Jordan. Okay, your little fucking piece of video footage doesn't tell the whole story of that January 6th riot. And there's plenty of other footage out there that does. So you're not pivotal to this fucking narrative. All right? Your little piece of videotape isn't as pivotal as you want everyone to believe. But that's okay. Let's keep going. My coffee's ready.
Took down that live stream, citing that we were advancing claims of election fraud. And then, bang, 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 they took down 8 other videos between November 2020 and the Capitol insurrection of me on the road challenging Trump supporters who were pushing the election fraud stuff. Our freelance cameraman, John Farina, who covered things and challenged them. All of that was taken down. There was really, you know, you could press appeal, but it's automated and usually you lose. And we pushed back. And really the only way to get Twitter, or excuse me, YouTube to change anything is if you raise a stink on Twitter, if it gets enough traction, and that's when they generally will reverse,
Bullshit.
demonetizing somebody.
Bullshit.
Or put the video
Bullshit.
back up. In our case,
Bullshit.
they kept it.
Bullshit.
And-
Bullshit. You gotta love how Jordan Sheridan acts like he knows what I'm a fucking expert at. He thinks he knows what it takes to reverse a fucking video strike on YouTube. Wrong. 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 It's not how much of a splash you can make on fucking Twitter. They don't give a fuck about that. So Jordan Sheridan doesn't know dick about getting a strike on YouTube. I know a lot more.
And really, the only way to get Twitter, or excuse me, YouTube to change anything is if you raise a stink on Twitter, if it gets enough traction, and that's when they generally will reverse, demonetizing somebody, or put a video back up. In our case, they kept it down, and basically gave us descriptions like, well, you didn't have a visual component that put a disclaimer that President Biden won the election free and fair, or you didn't have countervailing views. So I wrote back, well, I don't have a control room of 100 people like CNN does to pipe in visual banners while we're live. We're a small, scrappy news outlet.
So they wanted you to have a crawl, like while you're...
Yeah, they wanted us to have like a little lower third, they call it, on screen that Trump, all his lawsuits have been dismissed and blah, blah, blah. I also said, what do you mean a countervailing view? Do you want my cameraman to literally leave the riot, go find a Georgetown professor and bring him back to say that, all these people are crazy? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So anyway, they took all those down.
Now,
and, beyond
in defense of the material and the content that Jordan Sheridan and Status Quo put up, I will say this. He does report like a motherfucker. He is a fucking pit bull. He does go out and gets the fucking stories and he gets the reporting and he gets it done. And he does a good job of reporting. I'm going to give him that. He is a good reporter. But, it doesn't make him not a rapist. So we're not going to forget just because he's a great reporter that he didn't rape some woman in a fucking jacuzzi. And she went all over the internet and she fucking explained her side of the story, and you guys can go look that up. But he is right about what YouTube has done to him, and it's wrong. For them to say that he needs to have a lower third or needs to have some kind of a disclaimer or whatever, for him reporting real-time fucking news, do you guys understand what that means? It means he puts himself in harm's way. You gotta give the rapist fucking credit. And the little rapist covering cunt that he's got that he brings along with him. You got to give them credit for the work they do. And I'm here to tell you, even when I hate people, when they produce good content, I listen to it. I pay attention to it. I'll tell you that he's a fucking rapist the whole time I'm listening to it, but I'll pull nuggets of information that I need from his reporting. So he serves a purpose. I'm not saying to cancel him, but I'm saying people should stop having him on as a guest and pushing him up there and acting like he didn't rape somebody in a fucking jacuzzi. Can we please pretend to at least have some kind of moral decency about people that rape other people? Katie Halper, Matt Taibbi, you guys are fucking punks for having him on your show. You could have me on. I'm not a fucking rapist. And you could have me on, and I could tell you how I've been fucking brutalized from YouTube since 2013. This motherfucker, he thinks that all you got to do is get on Twitter and tweet a little bit, and YouTube will give you your fucking strikes back, right? Oh, it's fucking great. I love that shit. I love that shit. They don't give a fuck about you, man.
They have suppressed our streams, and I think other people's streams, about Julian Assange. If I put Amazon in a headline, forget it. Nobody sees it. I was on my honeymoon.
Oh, you aerate? Yeah, and feed. Yeah. Dude, I told you to turn that timer off. Why is hitting the X not... God. You hit the X and nothing happens. You got to hit the X and slide it, I guess. Doesn't tell you to slide it. It just has an X with a circle on it. Engineer. 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 That's a fucking engineer. Anyway, yeah, I'm filling water up downstairs in the grow, so I've got a timer on to remind me to go down there and check every hour to make sure it doesn't flood, because it does not have a valve on. I should get one. Dude, look. I can't put myself up against Jordan Sheridan as far as our looks go. You know, I don't find myself to be a very attractive person either. But it just blows my mind that women would get into a jacuzzi with this guy. He literally looks like the kind of guy who would fucking rape you. He literally looks like the desperate kind of fuck that goes out of his way to rape somebody. He just does. He strikes me as that kind of a guy. And, what do you know? He literally is a rapist. You know, it's funny, isn't it? He looks like a fucking rapist. It's funny you said that, Billy. I totally agree. Hey, just doing this. But the guy's a fucking phony with his little shirt and his little fucking tiny, stupid little glasses. And look at his tiny little fucking hands, too. That's creepy, too. People with tiny hands really irk me, man. Ugh. Look at those waxy-looking Trump fingers on him. What is it about New Yorkers, man? And their small little fucking hands.
When actually Jen was live covering the Israel-Palestine latest round. And, I mean, our views fell off a fucking cliff. And subscribers, I mean...
He's got nasty-looking hands, bro. Holy
2,000
shit.
subscribers. After that, we were going live to like 100 people. So... there is no accountability with YouTube. Twitter, by the way, is doing the same thing. I've been suppressed.
I want to add to that because I thought this one was an egregious example as well. We had our editor make a compilation of a lot of our reporting from 2020.
Okay.
And, we were quite proud of it. It was like a cool compilation.
Yeah, hey, let me tell you something, honey. I've been quite proud of all of the material. Every goddamn live stream I ever did that YouTube struck and took down and didn't put back up on my channel. Every single slice into my life is a chapter in this giant work of art that I've created over years. And when you rip a page out of my book, like YouTube does, it fucking stabs me right in the fucking heart. Yeah, I've got thousands of these shows up, and not all of them get the attention that they deserve. But at the same time, that was a day in my life. And you don't know how many times something has ever happened on a live stream where I'm like, man, I can go back and watch that. And I do, and I go back and watch it. And it's recorded. It's recorded history. It's great. Like old sheets. YouTube has the power to end any content that they disagree with. I reached out to Jordan Sheridan years ago when I was getting smashed on fucking on YouTube, and my shit was going down. I reached out to him. I reached out to everybody, and they fucking ignored me. He wouldn't return a tweet. He wouldn't return a fucking message on his YouTube channel. Nothing. They fucking all ignored me. So understand this. As I said to them back then, I said, you ignore me, fuck you, it's going to happen to you. And when it happens to you, I'm going to go live with my audience, and we're all going to laugh and laugh and laugh at your fucking struggle. Understand that this fucking cunt and this fucking rapist, I don't give a fuck about. And I sit here and I'm watching this with you, and I'm laughing and laughing. At the same time, I'm a victim of the same fucking crime that they're a victim of. And I have a little sympathy for them from an anecdotal level, because it happened to me. But hey, man, all bets are off when you ignore my voice. And I tried to reach out to you guys plenty of times, and you always fucking ignored me. So fuck you, rapist, and fuck you, you dumb little cunt, to try to cover up the fact that he's a fucking rapist. That's what you are. You're a fucking shield for him. You're a fucking shield. That's all you are. You're a human shield.
Breonna Taylor's aunt, Bianca Austin. I had some interviews in there with like Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar, and reporting on the Proud Boys, and what else, Jordan? It was just like a ton of reporting from all across the country. She's just good stuff.
No offense, but she's a little unattractive. She's a little hard to look at, isn't she? She's like a Monet. From far away, she's a little blurry, and she's got the long hair and the red lipstick and the wide set eyes, and you're thinking to yourself, oh yeah, she's kind of an attractive girl. But then you get close to a Monet and it's just a bunch of dots, and you're like, yeah, not so much.
Yeah.
I bet she smells too, like garlic, Billy.
And so they took it down, and the reason they gave was for harassment and cyberbullying.
Harassment, cyberbullying. You know, I've received a harassment, cyberbullying strike before too. That was a real one, and I was guilty of it. They weren't for putting up those clips. That's not harassment and cyberbullying, and that's bullshit. I don't understand where YouTube's fucking coming from. I mean, it's kind of funny that they're bullying people I fucking hate. This was going to happen, and I predicted this years ago, and I told you guys I was going to go live when every single one of these fucks that I reached out to ignored me. When it happens to them, I said I'm going to go live, and I'm going to laugh and laugh and laugh. I've fucking been telling you that for years. This is my time, man. This is my fucking time now. This is my fucking time, and I'm enjoying the fuck out of this shit.
No, makes no sense at all.
Apparently, Flint residents who were trying to.
Now understand, I'm not cheering censorship. It's wrong. And none of these folks should be censored at all. No one on the right should be censored either. No one on the internet should be fucking censored. That's why it was the internet. But as soon as corporate media start creeping in, corporations start creeping in and getting their own channels. Oh, we can't have this kind of material associated with our corporate fucking image. Are you kidding me? This wasn't corporate tube. It wasn't fucking industry tube. It was YouTube. It was for us. It was for people, man. It was for kids in their mom's basement lying about UFOs. And that's what it was supposed to be for. And now, granted, legitimate news people are using it that aren't corporate people. I will give these guys credit for that. At the same time, you guys didn't say dick when I was getting fucking bullied. You didn't say dick. You didn't offer to have me on your show. Jordan, Katie Halper, you didn't seek me out. Matt Taibbi, you didn't seek me out and say, man, this guy, he's got it really bad. 10 years ago, he had a huge channel, and look what happened to him. Ah, ha, ha, glad it ain't us. Fuck that guy. He curses a lot. That guy curses a lot. He said some bad things about Jordan Sheridan. He called Jordan Sheridan a rapist. He gets exactly what he deserves.
In the news? I don't know.
Yeah, there were clips of Flint. I was interviewing the Flint residents as well, and so Jordan was away at that point. So I did the back and forth with YouTube that time. And
Jordan was out raping some folks.
They had to kind of back down and be like, okay, this was a mistake, because there was no way they could justify it at all. So it's been, and we also preemptively took down some videos that had hundreds of thousands of views, because we were so terrified of losing our channel altogether. And so we took down anything that was remotely like...
Now, I've got sympathy for that. I've been there, done that, and it fucking sucks. I literally deleted some of my very first videos. I deleted them on YouTube, and I was under attack. I was in the hospital. I was having surgery, and my father was with me. I remember, and I was like, I have to delete all these videos. He's like, why? I'm like, because I'm starting to get all these strikes on my channel, and I'm afraid that somebody's going to go through one of my old videos and find something that I did where I bullied somebody and report me for bullying and cyberbullying and all that shit. I have to fucking take them all down. And I had to start all over again, man. It was so bad. So I totally sympathize with this situation, even though, haha, it's what you get for fucking ignoring me, you fucking dumb cunt. Let's go on.
Take it down.
I warned you. And when I say that's what you get for ignoring me, I warned these people. I said it's coming. Let's start fighting now. Kyle Kalinske, let's start fighting now. Jake over there at the Young Turks, help me out. Let's start fighting now. Even Jimmy Dore, let's start fighting now. Can we? Can you guys help me? Come with me, and we'll get this. We'll nip it in the bud before it hits y'all. You guys can help me. Have me on your show. Let me tell people about what YouTube's doing. Let's start a movement. No autoplay. You guys might remember no autoplay. But, I'm just making this shit up. That's not true. No autoplay never happened. I was never trying to tell the world about the fact that they were coming for you, and they've already come for me. First they came for the Jews, and you said nothing, right? Go read that little story. And then when they finally came for you, there was no one left to speak out for you. Right? Here we are, folks. Here we are. That little anecdote, whatever that little story was, parable, how true that story is today. First they came for the Jews, right? Now they're coming for all of us. And I was at the front. I was the tip of the spear. And nobody wants to fucking put me out there. Nobody wants to lift me up. Nobody wants to have me on their podcast to talk about it. Hey, I'm okay with that by now, man. It's too late. You know, this was supposed to be years ago when I tried. And now I'm just like, I'm folding my arms and I'm laughing and laughing and laughing. And it's my right to. And you guys should support me in this. Yeah, Scott Smith, that makes no sense. I have no idea what you're talking about. Lee, time to shine, nay, fuck them. Yeah? Social media are the real bullies, right? Right? Shit, I still have no autoplay off till this day. I know. I don't have autoplay on any of my shit. I don't ever use it.
Live content.
Always flip it off.
Like on location, right?
Flip off fucking autoplay.
On location.
Flip off autoplay. I love it. Flip off autoplay.
But as far as talking about, I don't know, what have we done, Jordan?
I mean,
like,
yeah, we have a freelancer in LA who said to us like, oh, a bunch of anti-vaxxers are protesting.
Listen to this. You want to hear sellout?
No.
Yeah, no.
That's a guy selling out. Okay? This is you want to hear about reporters who are bought off? Well, look at what YouTube is doing. They're beating us off. They're beating us down. I know, he said beat off. It's fucking funny. They're beating us down to the point that we won't even do the content that our audience really desires, the truth about things that can kill them. And Jordan Peterson is saying right here that he is literally sold out to the algorithms. Now, it's dirty and it's disgusting, it's vulgar, and at the same time, guilty too. Guilty too. I can't discuss the things I want to discuss on here, guys. I can't talk about the liars on CNN or when, Ouchie with the F, claims that, lies and whatever. And I can't talk about that on here either. It's medical misinformation according to YouTube, and that's bullshit. Because it's not medical misinformation. It's medical information. It's important medical information. So understand. Yes, Enoch, flip off autoplay. I love it. Yes, flip off autoplay. Give YouTube the finger and flip off autoplay. And you decide what video you want to watch next. Don't let them determine. Okay, flip off your autoplays, guys. Let's get back into that. But once again, I've digressed a little bit. Let me just say, I understand. I've been there. I've done this. I've had to remove content due to the bullying that I undergo from YouTube. But hey, when you go into a fucking a cage match with somebody, you're agreeing to let them beat the shit out of you. When you put content up on YouTube, you are telling them, I am at your mercy. I am playing by your rules. YouTube's rules. Whatever they say goes. It's their fucking format. It's their platform. Let me tell you something, man. There's not a lot of other fucking YouTubes out there. We are dependent on it right now. You want to move to Trovo? You want to move to Twitch? Hey, man, be my guest. You're going to lose millions of viewers as you do that. But at the same time, what does YouTube expect from us? YouTube is the new fucking primetime television. That's all it is. YouTube is becoming primetime television. Advertisements included, guys. And if you haven't found some fucking web browser that eliminates the ads on YouTube, and you literally sit there through the ads on YouTube, man, you are like a cuck bitch. You literally think that you have to sit there and watch these stupid fucking advertisements on YouTube. I don't know what to fucking tell you guys, man. You're just fucking stupid. Go download an ad blocker browser. Ad blocker free. The one I use is called, I think it's called Ad Blocker Free. Yes, free ad blocker, I think it's called. It looks like a stop sign. Great app. Don't watch these stupid fucking advertisements on YouTube anymore and tell these corporations to go fuck themselves. And using one of these things kind of hides your IP address a little bit. You won't get the same fully encompassed experience that you get on YouTube. You might not be able to share, or you might not be able to chat or whatever. But if you're just watching videos, man, these things are the way to go. So don't watch their stupid ads and don't let them infect you with their corporate bullshit. You know, they literally try to sell me things that I just bought the day before. It's that stupid. You know, I bought some fucking Oakleys and now I see Oakley ads everywhere. I'm like, I already bought the fucking Oakleys, Google, you fucking idiots. You don't know when I make the purchase, do you? You only know when I'm looking for shit. You fucking morons. What a waste of resources. You know, instead you could have had some kind of, you know, helpful information like, oh, by the way, next Monday, oh, let's say this again, you know, since Twitter doesn't want to fucking tell you guys, next Monday, guys, we're going into another heat dome all around the United States. Be careful, starting Monday. Today is Thursday. Remember, guys, Monday, heat dome. Be safe. Plan for it. It's not just going to be a single day. It's supposed to be, you know, several days. So plan for it. Get all your outside stuff done now. Okay? Get outside today while you can. Get it all done. And then sit in the air conditioning and find a safe place to be during this heat dome, okay? It is going to be hot. All right, let's get back to more Katie Halper and Matt Taibbi at Useful Idiots on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their channel. Sign up for notifications. Let them know that I told you about them, right? And if they don't like the way I talk about them, I don't give a fuck. I'm the only person on the internet keeping it real. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm their fucking friends. When they fuck up and they host a fucking rapist on their show, I'm going to call them out for it. And I'll still tell you to go watch them. I'm sorry. Am I boring you people? Wow, I just lost 10 viewers. Am I boring, guys? Let me know if you guys don't appreciate this. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you before you fucking leave my show, since I'm so boring for you guys. Well, I'm going to do a dab. Since 10 people left, let's fucking smoke some cannabis, all right? Fuck those people that left.
I want you to, but YouTube
Wow.
will possibly take away our channel. And I think there's another element that's not straight censorship, but is certainly totally abnormal for YouTube. After Jen was covering the Israel-Palestine latest war, all of a sudden, when we're going live, like
Right here.
on your YouTube page,
Listen,
when you're live,
listen.
you have like the like button and all that. Generally, on YouTube, since I've been doing it for 5 years, as more people like it, the viewership goes up. It somehow affects YouTube's algorithm, where more people see it. If there's more likes and comments,
That's why you
in
should
our
share,
case,
like, and comment,
literally,
guys.
As the
That's
likes went
true.
up, viewership was going down. So there's like somehow 400, 500 people liking a video or a live stream, but the viewership was going down.
It's called algorithming, bro. Welcome to my fucking personal hell. Cheers.
Liking the video, because you don't have that kind of drop where like hundreds of people like the video and then stop watching. That's just not. That doesn't happen really.
Right.
So YouTube literally admitted to us, oh yeah, we freeze the video, we freeze the view count, we freeze the view count to make sure they're quality views. All this bullshit that honestly, I mean, hell, the YouTube CEO openly admitted months ago that if you're a smaller channel in the news category, you'll be less visible, i.e., we will throttle you if you're not authoritative, like CNN and Fox News, like CNN and Fox News. If you're not we will throttle you. 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 We will throttle you.
I've been throttled since 2013. They have been clamping down on my ability to put these shows out since 2013, and they've been doing it in the shadows. They haven't let me know about it, and they lie to my face when I contact them, and they claim that they don't do it. Well, good for Jordan Sheridan for getting them to out themselves about this. I've been saying that they've been doing this for years, and the way I could tell was, I'm a numbers guy, man. I mean, I hate math, so I'm always looking at numbers to see where they are because I have a hard time with addition and subtraction and that shit. Dude, where the fuck's my audience at? Is this correct? Are there really only 13 people watching the show? Because if that's true, I have failed. I had 23 people, now I have 13. Now. Dude, what's going on? Is there something going on? I had 23. Now I have 10. What's going on, guys? Is there something boring here for you all? Is you don't like the content? Let me know. Let me know. You don't like the fact that I've been telling you about this for years, and I'm warning you about this for years, and warning them about this for years, and it's finally happening to them? And you guys don't like the fact that I'm calling it out for the bullshit? 10 of you now. 10 people watching my show. I don't know what the fuck's up with people, man. 13 people. Shoo, gone. Without so much as a whisper. A channel did not go down. It still says 15 out of 17. But 10 people just left my show. All at the same time. Nobody knows why. Nobody saw the channel go down. Nobody saw anything. Were any of you in a chat with a whole bunch of people and all of a sudden they all disappeared? Did anybody see anything? I mean, I'm getting used to this. It's happening every time. But nobody ever comes in here and says, hey, I just got disconnected. Hey, I just got dropped. One of your channels is down. Nobody ever skips over to another channel. Hey, Joseph Porras, what's up, buddy? Dominic, what's up, buddy? Dommy Dom Dom Dom. It's Dommy Dom Dom. Stick it to him. Nay says Lee. I say Lay. It looks like Lay, but it's Lee, right? I don't understand my fucking show numbers, man. Maybe it was Matt Taibbi, Katie Halper watching the show, and they got upset when I called them out for hosting a fucking rapist and a fucking human shield. You know, why does she have to go everywhere that he goes? Why does his fucking, isn't that his producer? Why is they having her on? You know? It's fucking hilarious. Is it so they had a fourth square to fill?
If you're
I mean, talk about useful idiots. Fucking hilarious. Useless idiots.
authoritative, like, see.
Been foreign my YouTube channel the whole time. J-Bone, thank you. They can't handle the goat. Thank you, Tabby. Haha, lay low. Lay low? Lay low. Lay low Lee? But it's Lee, right?
CNN and Fox News, they said.
Well,
So
they in
it's-
the past admitted to us that they had a list, and then they, tried to backtrack that, a list of like outlets that are not okay, are okay and aren't or whatever. Yeah, and I just think a lot of the stuff that they took down was so historically valuable. Last fall, I kind of did a mini undercover sort of thing to get into a Proud Boys rally that they weren't allowing any press that wasn't with them, let's say, in. And so, I couldn't, with my voice, push back, or they had literally the Proud Boys had literally beat up a journalist.
There it is.
Kicked them out physically before I arrived.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought she was talking about the way the algorithms beat us down. My bad.
So I couldn't, that wasn't a situation where I could press back. So that was, historically important in my opinion. And also QAnon supporters at another event, in the like decompression stage in reporting after that, I of course talked about the misstatements, and not the misstatements, the outright lies, horrible things that these people were saying and stuff like that. But no, that's not apparently valuable to YouTube. They want to erase history.
Oh.
Hello, thank you so much for listening to and watching Useful Idiots.
Oh, that was a good ending on that. Okay, I thought they kind of cut it off, but they didn't. I don't know why I perceived that as cutting off what she said. Huh, that was a good ending. Okay, good editing. My bad. My bad for saying that at the beginning of this show, guys. Let's get rid of that. Give me a second here. It's getting confusing. I got all these things up. I'm packing a bowl. 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 Oh, how have I never thought of that before? Put a duina, pack a bowl. Get the duina, pack a bowl. Pack a bowl. Ring. Pack a bowl. Packable. Put the tween a backing bowl. Packable. Backing bowl. Packable. Oh, I love it. Put the cannabis back in bowl. Put the cannabis back in bowl. Back in bowl. Back in bowl. Back in bowl. Put the cannabis back in bowl. Back in bowl. Oh, I'm getting good at that. I'm getting good at that. Who can name that movie? I'm looking at you, Billy Valentine. Who can name that movie? Just leave your mouse, sir. No, not use your mouse. Just leave your mouse, sir. Leave your mouse. Just leave your mouse, sir. Just leave your mouse, sir. Leave your mouse. Leave your mouse, sir. Just wait a moment. Wait a moment, please. Just wait a moment. Wait a moment, please. Just wait a moment. Wait a moment, please. Just leave your mouse. Just leave your mouse. Just leave your mouse. Just leave your mouse. We should listen to that. It's so good. It's such a good song, man. Just wait a moment. And we don't ever get a copyright strike when we play that song. Right? We're allowed to play that. It's a good song, man. Let's find it. What's it called? It's Wait a Moment, Kit Boga. Boga. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Kit Boga. I got to Wait a Mom. And it says, Wait a Moment, Kit Boga is the #1 fucking search for Wait a Mom. Just wait a moment, Kit Boga. Oh, God, I love this fucking song. Just leave your mouse.
Okay, just wait a moment, sir. Just wait a moment. You are successfully registered in our... Just wait a moment, sir.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, is
Okay,
that you?
good.
Are you here now?
Are you
Because
here
my
now?
screen changed.
I'm going to wait a moment. I'll just wait a moment.
Just wait a moment. You are successfully registered in our your billing department, so your form is donated, okay? Just wait a moment, okay? Just wait a moment.
Okay.
Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir. Yeah, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just leave your mouse, okay? Just leave your mouse, sir. Just leave your mouse, okay?
Okay. I mean, this is my computer, though.
Yeah, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir. Yeah, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just leave your mouse, okay? Just leave your mouse, sir. Just leave your mouse, okay?
Okay. I mean, this is my computer, though.
Yeah.
Cheers,
just
guys.
Wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir.
Quarter of the hour.
I'm
Cannabis
still
isn't
here.
just
You
roll.
just gotta tell me what to do.
No law regarding
Just wait
cannabis.
a moment, okay? Okay, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment.
Should I wait a moment?
Yeah, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment.
Okay, should I continue to wait a moment?
Yeah, just wait a moment.
What about now? Should I continue?
No, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir. Yeah, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just leave your mouse, okay? Just leave your mouse, sir. Just leave your mouse, okay?
Okay. I mean, this is my computer, though.
Yeah, just wait a moment.
This is so many moments.
Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir. Yeah, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just leave your mouse, okay? Just leave your mouse, sir. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment.
There we go. Let's just go. Give me that right, and then I'll go. Just wait a moment. 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 Just wait a moment.
I like the screaming in the background. That's great. I don't think I ever noticed that before.
Wait a moment.
Bullshit. He says, I want you to know that all of you are special and all of you are loved. He always says it just like that. And I really believe that he believed that shit. You know, I really love my audience. I do. You guys might not realize how much I love you guys, but I fucking love you guys. When he says it so convincingly. And for him to just not say, no thanks, dude. Because, you know, just getting that from him would have really made my day. It would have made me feel good. Even though he said no, he fucking, you know, he responded to me. And that would have felt good, at least that. And he didn't even give me that. And he doesn't love his fucking audience, man. You know, I'm literally sitting here playing his shit for you, promoting his channel for you. It blows my mind, the people that ignore me when I'm sitting here like Simon Dan. He knows I'm promoting him. You know, Professor Dave Explains and Richard Medhurst, when I literally promote them on my channel, they won't even give me the fucking decency of a no thank you. God damn it. And it's all started with Kit Boga. He was the first one. So 4 people that I can remember off the top of my head, 4 people that did not respond with even of the decency of a 2-letter no. And the way Matt Dillahunty came on here, I can't believe he ever even responded to my fucking... You guys don't know what I went through with Matt Dillahunty to get him on the show. You guys want to know what happened? I'll tell you the story. All right, look what I went through to have this guy come on and basically be rude to me on my podcast, right? Check this out. So I thought, you know, we'd already gotten some good interviews under our belt, and it was time I could say to somebody, so I've already had this person on and that person on. So, yeah, I'm legit. I am interviewing people, and you can go watch those interviews, I tell them, right? So I hit up Matt Dillahunty, and I say, I believe it was a super chat. And I said, Matt, I've been watching you for years. I have a cannabis-based podcast. Can I interview you? And I believe he said, yeah, email me at, and he gave me his email address. And I was like, okay. So I went and I emailed him. And you know, man, I think, I can't remember, I can go check. I got it. But I think he responded pretty quick when I sent it to him. And he said, let's set something up in whenever. And I was like, okay. And so then I contacted him for that. And I said, hey, you ready to set something up? And then he said, let's set something up after the election. He's like, after November. Was it after November? No. I think it was after. It may have been January. He wanted to wait until the president switched office, or he wanted to wait until after the election. It was one or the other. And I can't remember which it was, but it was one of those, right? And then it happened, whether it was the election or it was, you know, the president's in January switched. And I sent him another email, and I said, hey, man, what do you think? You want to set something up? He's like, I am really busy. Let's try to do, I think he said April or something like that. And I'm just trying to be so nice and just trying to just get him on. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's fine. I'll contact you then or whatever. He was okay with it. It was a few months went by, and then I texted him. I emailed him, and he responded back. And he's like, okay, here's the date. We agreed on the date. But there was a hell of a correspondence to get him on the show, guys. I've never had to endure a correspondence like that just to get someone on. Usually I ask someone, they say yes or no, and they're like, the next thing I say is, well, what date would work for you? And they come back with a date. But he was putting me off and putting me off and putting me off. And I kept thinking, at one point it did happen. He stopped responding to me. So I stopped sending him messages. It was a while. I was like, okay, he's doing it. He's gonna ignore me now. He doesn't want to come on the show, whatever. I was like, I'm okay with that. All he has to say is no thank you or whatever. I'm not going to fucking bother him. But I waited the right amount of time, and I contacted him in again, and he was still down. And I was like, wow, after all that, I was so relieved. So, this is somebody that I have a lot of respect for. And, I had watched hours and hours and hours. I even called into a show once to talk to him about the existence of Jesus Christ. because I believe that he believes that Jesus Christ really existed. And I'm like, I think that's just him hanging on to the last thread of Christianity, you know? And I'm like, dude, there's no evidence of it. And he's like, well, Paul wrote about Jesus. And I'm like, well, I could write about my fucking dick being 13 inches long, bro. It doesn't make it true, you know? He disagreed with me. I called him up on his show. Not only did we have a back and forth, but he put that shit up on the internet in a short. He put my goddamn phone call up on the Atheist Experience. And at the very end, I said, trendy as dabbers at the end of the live stream. He says, put your bong down, bro, or some shit like that. It was fucking hilarious. It was a great call. But I'm just saying, I've been watching the Atheist Experience and Matt Dillahunty for years and years, and I've always told you guys to subscribe to his channel, and I don't know how much of his material I've played for you on the show, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know, when I found out he was a shit lib, it broke my fucking heart, because I realized that being a shit lib is the exact same thing as being a Christian or Jewish or what any fucking religion that you want to call yourself. You're subscribing to a fucking narrative and a fucking bunch of lies. If you aren't, you don't think that in war directly, you're fucking lying to yourself, right? Get the fuck out of that shit. And that's why I'm always trying to tell people, come to the center, get the fuck out of these parties, you know, come to the middle and watch the, you know, swim out past the breakers and watch the world die with me, you know, on your off-grid property. You are wasting your time fighting with, man, I got on Twitter today, guys. I recently got included. I thought this was a really cool thing, man. This is so shitty. I got included. Somebody included me in one of those long lists of people that everyone's supposed to subscribe to everybody to help boost your numbers on Twitter. And I was like, I was going to block it. And I fucking should have blocked it, man. And I didn't. And these people, they were blue wave people. And they all, you know, shit libs. And they all started fucking subscribing to me. And I subscribe back to everyone that subscribes to me. And you know what started fucking happening, man? Shit lib posts on my fucking feed, bro. It's happening right now at navesgarden.com. It's all shit lib posts, man. Blue wave shit lib. And that's no way to be, man. That's blind allegiance toward an industry based on war and poisoning you with sugar and not giving you, I guess, is that the correct terminology? I don't know. They're confusing the fuck out of us. This is great, isn't it? Here, let me find something interesting for you to watch. More useful idiots. All right, we'll watch some more useful idiots while I go check my water down there.
Can we talk about that graphic?
COVID graphic?
Yeah, it is kind of
good.
Republican sucky. It's just Fox News trolling, but like
Right.
I think they think they're being clever, but it's kind of a cell phone actually.
Right. Fox News has a graphic that they put up, breakthrough infection rates, and it has 3 panels, right, for people who are just listening. It says 1 in 11 Texas Dems in D.C., 1 in 9,842 CDC data as of April 30th, 89,000% higher rate among Texas Dems, 1 in 11, high rate among vaccinated delegation raises questions. So this is because some Texan Democrat lawmakers, as we mentioned before, decided to leave Texas and go to D.C. to basically so that quorum wouldn't be achieved for these anti-voting measures. At least 6 of the 55 Texas Democrats have tested positive for coronavirus, and so have 2
This has gone up now. Okay.
Yeah, this is published on Wednesday morning. So they came to fight. I'm reading a Fox News article, but that's how we can best understand their framing anyway. They came to fight a Republican-backed voting bill. Now the group of renegade Texas Democrats. Texas Democrats. That's actually good. Democrats is fighting COVID-19, and the White House is wrestling the idea that their lobbying efforts might have created a coronavirus super spreader event. I'm not sure. Every member who tested positive had only mild sniffles or no symptoms. This is because we've all been vaccinated and our bodies already had the antibiotics, bodies ready to combat an infection. But having antibodies doesn't stop you from shedding viruses until they've done their job. The lesson here is that, so you like what I did? Look at this. Fox News even inserted this. I'm impressed.
No, they don't have to be dicks about the actual coverage. All they need is the headline.
Right, all they need is the headline and the graphic.
Yeah, they can tell the truth safely in a story like that without having to be.
Oh, right, because all you have to, yeah, that graphic is pretty amazing. So basically, they're making it look like you're more likely to get COVID if you're a Democrat who has been vaccinated.
Right. Yeah.
Just in terms of makes you think, raises questions, right? Matt, if God forbid one of us got COVID, that would be like we'd have a 50% rate, 1 and 2.
Right. Yeah.
Idiots
Exactly.
Get COVID. So high rate among vaccinated useful idiots hosts would raise questions, but we don't have it.
What's the verdict on it? Is that funny or not? I guess I feel like it's not funny ultimately because there's too many people on that network sort of seriously arguing that you shouldn't get vaccinated or something close to that. Wow. It's almost funny. Remember we had this problem at the beginning of the pandemic, like. What were we going to do about sort of the lack of funniness going forward?
Of people dying.
And what we mainly did just did sort of blow it off.
Yeah.
Like we kind of just didn't talk about people dying all the time, and what a bummer that was.
Right.
We just sort of pretended it wasn't happening for the moment. Well, it's not that we pretended it wasn't happening.
Right, we weren't deniers.
We weren't deniers. We just sort of pretended it wasn't significant enough to affect the tenor of the show.
Right.
Okay, so there I am. Here I am. Okay, great. So this is what's up, guys. I got a photograph of the current state of the grow right now. That bin takes a long time to fill this way, man. I could run the garden hose. I'd be done in a minute with my fucking garden hose. And I'm going to end up flooding the goddamn thing in there. I should not do that because checking every hour is fine until it starts getting close. I could check every 15 minutes and just set my alarm so I go in there every 15 minutes and check it. But my garden hose is... My garden hose is right outside the garage door. It's plugged in. All I got to do is just carry it in there a few feet and set it in the barrel, turn it on and fill it up. Because all I have to... But see, what I'm using right now is RO water and not well water. So that's the difference. And the reason why I'm using the RO water is because that well water, when it sits for a long period of time, it can sometimes develop almost like a mucousy fungus in a white, cloudy fungus. It grows algae or something. It grows inside. It's really disgusting looking, nasty shit. But anyway, if I use the RO water, I can keep the water indefinitely like that. It never goes bad. I don't know what the fuck is in the well that does that. I think it's a phosphorus that makes it do that. Got a lot of phosphorus in there. Anyhow, this is the current state of the grow right now. Now, so, this is what's exciting about this. The 2 or 3 plants that have gone into shock, they're right here. And they're coming out of shock. The one on the very top right and the one on the top left. Those are, you can see they're bent downwards. They're coming out of shock, man. The light that I have on is on the opposite side of where those plants are, so they're just getting a little bit of ancillary light. You heard about the shit going on with the Blizzard company? No, Brian, I don't know what you're talking about. This is what I was worried about happening. Okay, let's get you over there. Right? Right. Let's get you like that. Right? Okay, great. That gives me the maximum amount of floor room here. So now, what I'll probably do after this show is over, I'll probably go down into that. I just want to thank everyone that's here. You guys have fucking pumped up the numbers greatly, and I appreciate all of you guys for being here right now. If there's any questions you have or whatever, please ask me right now. There is the outdoor grow. I should go out there and go cut some more clones, and today would be a great day to do it. And there's probably plenty underneath those plants to cut. They're not going to do anything underneath there. You know, they produce a little tiny scraggly piece of flower. That's it. So it's great to cut them when they're in vegetative state and get them as clones right now and get as many plants going as I can. But my capacity in that room right now, it depends on how much soil I have out there, and it depends on how much how many pots I have left. I gotta go find all the pots because they've been scattered around the yard and down in the grow and various places. So I need to find all those square pots. I've got all the trays, I'm pretty sure. And then it's a matter of running additional water lines to those. Then I would know exactly how many. So I've got 19 in there right now. God damn, dude. Can I fit that many more in there? I think I could fit fucking 32. I think I can fit 32 pots in there. And there's only 19. Well, there's a 20th that's full of dirt. And then there's two other ones. So I got 22 pots. Those are out in the garage. 22. 10 more? 10 more. I got room for 10 more. So I have to cut, 15 clones and just try to get 13, or I could cut like 16 or 17. All I need is 13 clones. And and just cut bigger ones this time instead of those tiny little ones, because tiny little ones break. It's just better to get a little bit bigger and stiffer so you don't have to worry if you bump it or whatever, it doesn't snap. It's not hard to do, man. I go out there with a pair of shears. I think they're out there right now that are really clean. I used 3-year-old Clonex gel. I dip them in really good. I take it out. I dump the Clonex out, and I use that stuff, and I just get it all over the bottom of that. And I cut some of them too long, and those parts died off, but they rooted just fine. I just snipped that part off, the lower part of the clone that had no roots on it. It was kind of rotten. Snip that. I did it on the video yesterday. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. This 7-footer that you're looking at right here in the front, when you go out there and you look at it, man, it is so perfectly balanced all the way around, like connularly shaped. It has this perfect structure. This is the kind of structure that Robert Mulligan told me about before I was into growing, and he was growing, and he said, the best way to grow plants is to just have 8 to 12 stalks and cut all the other stuff off. He said, and those stalks will produce these giant amounts of buds. And I'm like, move out to California and every grower's like, no, we don't do that out here. Yeah, I did meet one grower that does do some trimming similar to that, but they weren't leaving 12 stalks. You know, they're outdoors. They're leaving, 50, but they were still trimming underneath, which is fine. Trimming underneath is fine, especially when you want to get those clones before they go into flower. Let me tell you something. They smell, those clones already are smelling strong. And I'm using my little sudsy solution of peppermint oil with a lot of dish soap in it to keep those fucking, those spider mites dead on those clones. So far, so good. You know, I literally take the clone, I take all the leaves, I put it in my hand, and I spray it with that spray bottle, and then I flip it over and I spray the underside of all the leaves, and I spray all the soil. Good soapy water, man. And, by the look of these photographs, the plants don't seem to mind that at all. They're back to, searching for the light, where we want them to be. That one's good. That one I can't tell. It's behind the... Oh, that's good. There we go. Yeah, look at that. That one's good. That one is great. That one is great. I can literally see each plant in this photograph. They're all turrid and sticking straight up towards the light. It's great, man. The light, the color of the light is a little off, but you can see each plant is sticking straight up. They look scraggly. I've pulled leaves off that were really infected with spider mites. Just to kind of avoid some of the eggs coming back. I'm going to be spraying them like every freaking day, if not more often than that, until they're nice and healthy and beautiful. And I'm going to be spraying the soil all the time, as well as the soil out there in this grow, this outdoor grow. I'll be spraying the soil. This time, it's a fucking war, guys. And with this OG Kush strain, man, it's so strong smelling. It just attracts bugs. It smells so strong. They flock to it. So you can see I did a little weeding right here. In this little area right here, there were a bunch of little plants growing up in this area. And I just got in there and I just pulled them all out. And I left, after this line right here, I left all that shit back there. There's more. Just kind of like this right here. Those roots don't go in very deep, but they help the water penetrate down into the soil, which is good. Those weeds actually do serve a purpose, so they're not really weeds for me. What strains are the plants? OG Kush, DC, all 6 of them, all my clones, everything is OG Kush this year. Yeah, bugs love Kush. Yeah. And it's like I said, it's a fucking full-on battle this year with these guys. I'm okay with that. I'm used to it. And the hotter it gets, it seems the more prevalent these bugs are. It's like they seem to like the heat. But, I would think they're so tiny that they just die off in the heat. But it doesn't seem to be that way. Out there, those plants right now, they're pretty clean, man. I didn't see any bugs on them. But I need to start like a 10-day spray on them right now while they're in veg. And see what I can do. Do the soil. Put a lot of soap in there. I'm going to use a lot of dish soap. I'm going to use a couple of drops of peppermint oil, and I'm going to use half of a shot glass of Organicide. And I'm going to do that for 10 days straight and let them try to just recuperate from that. Because after I spray them with that oil, I let them sit for as long as it takes me to spray all 6 of them. And I start at the first one that's almost dried off, and I spray it all down with water. Now, I found out that my garden hose actually has a really good setting for that. I could use the garden hose to spray them down. You know, it's the exact same water anyway that I'm spraying them down with. It's my well water. It seems to be fine. And, you know, this attachment on my garden hose, it really does. It penetrates those leaves so well, and it knocks everything off. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to knock off the organicide, and I'm trying to knock off any eggs and dead spider mites or even live spider mites that still might be on there, might be dying or whatever. I want to use that water spray to clean those leaves off. So if you see dirt on a leaf, and sometimes there's soil or dust or whatever, that's a good gauge. Is if you're cleaning the dust off of it, you're getting those fucking dead spider mites and the eggs off too. You're spraying all that shit off, especially if you're doing it against your hand. You know, when the plants get this big, it's a huge job. The garden hose would make it a lot easier. Granddaddy Purple, I had a big problem with that strain and bugs in that grow. That was a fucking nightmare. We had the bugs, we dealt with them, and then we got the fucking mold, the gray mold, and it killed the whole goddamn crop. The whole crop. We had like, I don't know, man. We had like 8 of those plants or more, and they were all fucking dead from that fucking gray mold. Why does he use a black light? Maybe he's looking for powdery mildew and bugs. That might help with that because they're white. Misters. Yeah, man. That's the beautiful thing of being in a covered environment, Billy, is when I keep the ground watered in there, which I do. So it keeps it nice and moist in there, and I keep those pots watered and moist. There's not a lot of dust blowing around in there. So that's why the leaves look so nice and clean, man. They're covered with plastic. Yeah, plastic it serves many purposes. You know, I've got a lot of cars that go down the street and up and down my driveway, and there's dust. You know, and I blow dust all around my property when I'm using my blower, you know, to clean it up around here. And that dust it would fall right on. And I'm telling you, when I cleaned off the plastic with the garden hose, all the dust on that plastic, it was amazing what came off of it. It probably could use another watering down right now. I could go out there and check just to see, because over time, man, it builds up, and it's been probably 2 months since I rinsed it off. It could probably use a good rinsing. Oh, wait, it rained. It rained the other day, and that was, I don't know. I don't think it rained enough, though, to rinse off the plastic. Have to go out there with it's easy because the garden hose is already there, you know. And I can even stand above it because there's a mountain right there and spray down on top of it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I keep the ground in there moist, and I keep the pots moist. I should go out there today and water. Actually, I could go out there and water right now. You guys want to watch me water? I could go do that. That'd be kind of fun, huh? It's not going to take that long. I'm going to water the whole goddamn ground. Make sure I water the tomato plants. What do you guys think? Let me tie my hair back. Ooh, I still got kafefe here, too. Hell yeah, you guys down? All right. Yeah, I don't know why he does it, bro. Why don't you ask your friend why? I don't know. I have no idea. I've never heard of that before. Let's go down. I'll bring my camera with me in case there's something I need to take a picture of while I'm down there. guys like that? Was that fun? Cool. Okay. So, there's spider mites out there, but they all looked like they were dead. I couldn't, my eyesight's not really good, man, but the mites look like they're dead. So I have to, like I said, I got to do a 10-day spray. You wish you could water all yours in 10 minutes? I didn't water those. I wasn't watering the cannabis trees. I was watering the vegetables and the soil and the surrounding dirt and stuff. No, bro, that's my fucking timers water those plants twice a day for me, man. And the tomato plants. A lot of the tomato plants take some of that water too. Cuz I moved the hoses closer to some of the tomato plants, so I don't have to worry about the tomato plants not getting watered. They're on the timer now. If the tomato plants are getting water, the cannabis plants are definitely getting water, you know? But it doesn't work the other way around. Anyway, man, I wish more people were into this show, man, because I would totally keep going with you guys right now and smoking and stuff. But as you can see, I'm a busy guy. I got a lot of stuff going on, so I got to get to work. The more numbers, the longer the shows will last, though, I promise you guys. You guys take care. I will see you on the afternoon show, let's say either around noon, my time, or 4:20, one or the other. All right, guys. Love you all. Take care. See you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. You guys, instead of saying bye and peace and shit, you really need to learn how to say hashtag keep it open. You guys really need to learn the difference. Look at all these people saying goodbye. Can you believe all these new people saying goodbye? Who does that? Whatever. Okay, bye, Karen. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. Bye, Noopy. Fucking give me goddamn hashtag keep it open then. How many of those can I get? 13 viewers. Oh, you're heating? I still got coffee left, man. You guys even think about that? All the new people left and all the new people are saying goodbye. Whatever, dude. Yeah, bye, Noopy. What's in the big jar? Orange Bud, it's called. It's that strain of cannabis flower. It's what I'm smoking right now. My throat's a little sore. Can you not see it right now, bro? You guys should learn to type hashtag keep it open at the end of my show, and I will extend them, okay? When more of you guys learn that, I will extend the show. When I say goodbye, you don't say goodbye. When I say goodbye, you say hashtag keep it open. And you show me that you want me to keep going. You don't say goodbye and tell me that you've had enough. Right? Haven't you ever been to a rock concert before? Have any of you guys ever been to a rock concert before? Or a musical performance? Or even a play? You know, at the end, what do people say? What do they always say at the end of these performances? Encore! Encore! Right? And there's always that idiot out there, Freebird! But everybody else is going, encore! Hashtag keep it open. Yeah, right? You got to show me that it's worth it. I mean, even if there are just 13 of you guys, I try to show you interesting stuff, man. A lot of people aren't interested in what I think is interesting, but I love the sawmill. Yeah. I'm not looking at the sawmill right now. I got a lot of other shit on my mind that I'm worrying about. Newfoundland, cheers, guys. It's turning to wax. It's nearly 3 in the morning. What the fuck is that, man? It's like nerve pain or something in my elbow. It just fucking, for no reason. Ow. That's kind of a weird thing. Now it's gone. Huh. That was weird. Oh. So I celebrated when BitBoy Crypto's channel got taken down yesterday just because he's such a douchebag. But they gave him his channel back. So fellow YouTuber got their channel back from YouTube. Now, of course, he doesn't go. I didn't see him go on YouTube and tell his audience how he got his channel back. But good for them. I wonder how many, if they got strikes or what, you know? Did you get 3 strikes? What were the strikes for? It's weird. Weird. Does anybody know the story behind that? No? Yeah, he must have gotten on Twitter, right? I have a feeling they contacted YouTube, you know, through the YouTube help. They probably got a live person. You know, when you have 1 million subscribers, you have access to free help over there at YouTube with live people. You explain to them, hey, I've got a channel with over 1 million subscribers, and you guys just took the whole channel down. They'd be like, oh, our bad, and they give right back. Now, of course, because that guy's a douchebag to me, I didn't tell him how easy it was to get it back. Instead, I taunted him, and I called him a douchebag on Twitter. And I was like, you shouldn't be preaching fucking religion from your channel and you using your platform of 1 million people to fucking bless people. Fuck you, you fucking dumb Christian cunt. Number two, you're telling people, you're giving people, you know, misinformation about you know what. So, can't talk about it, but he's guilty of it. So I told him to go fuck himself. Hey, bees. Hey, Beazle. Anyhow, that's an interesting thing to talk about, but nobody knows how he got his channel back, and he's not gonna, I guess he's not gonna come off it. Maybe he said on Twitter how he got his channel back, because he was on Twitter complaining about it. Let's see. Whoa, dude, there's something flying around here. Fucker, I will kill you. We'll fly. How do I roll my eyes? All right, BitBoy Crypto. In the live stream, he says, I'll have a lot to say about this today in the live stream. Huh. Oh, is he live right now? What time is it? 9? Let's see. He comes up first in the search. Oh, he's fucking live right now, guys. Holy shit. They didn't even, they're fucking masking his channel. Wait, I'm not subscribed to him. I'm not subscribed to him on this. I'm not on my main channel. I just realized that. Dude, it's, okay. It already, no, he's not live. YouTube once again lied. Okay, he's not live. This is pre-recorded.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto.
But supposedly he's going to talk about this, so let's put him in fast motion.
My name is Vin. Every day on this channel, thank God, every day.
Free BitBoy,
Show
hashtag.
you how to make money in crypto. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button today. It's actually a very important day. I'll tell you why here in a few moments. But today is Thursday, July 29th, 2021. Guys, I gotta say, there's a whole thread on Reddit. You guys don't know how clueless the Reddit people are. They think they're real smart. There's a whole Reddit thread about why YouTube banned my channel permanently. I'll never be getting it back.
That's funny, and here he
He
is.
said it was a mistake.
Right?
Apparently on Reddit, they've got it all figured out.
See, I could have told him that you can get a totally gone channel back and that they're not deleting any of your videos. I could have told him that, but he chose to ignore me, so he didn't know that. and he was being subjected to a bunch of people lying on Reddit. But I knew because I got a 3-strike channel reinstated years ago, way before he ever started this fucking channel.
Biggest bozos on the internet that live in their mom's basement are on crypto Twitter Reddit. Guys, we are back. Now, look, let me tell you what happened, okay? Last night, almost exactly 11 o'clock, I think it was, 10:59, I got an email from YouTube saying that my channel had been permanently deleted. Now look, okay? I've been watching Big Brother. You guys seen Big Brother? I love the show. Great show. Great show. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, okay? But tonight, a guy's getting voted out. He has no clue he's getting voted out. He feels like he's 100% safe, and all of his friends, they all turned on him completely. And I say all that because when I saw my channel got taken, it reminded me of something that he said on the show last night. He's like, I'm doing safe. I've got the numbers. That's how I felt last night. Like, look, guys, I knew it was a mistake. I was very confident that we were getting the channel back. Maybe too confident. I go to Twitter, and I put out what had happened. You guys can see the tweet. It went absolutely viral last night. Let's see. This was posted 12 hours ago. 12,000 likes and 7,000 retweets and 3,000 comments on this. This was what they said. You're going to move the rundown. What they said they had done to my channel, and the outcry and the outpouring of everybody on Twitter was absolutely phenomenal. And I think it really just goes to prove how strong our community is and how strong, look, we argue with people a lot. There are certainly people that we disagree with that are in the crypto community for sure. You're either hot or cold on me. You either love this channel, you love what we represent, or you're a hippie and you hate it. Okay, but the fact is that when things like this happen,
you're a hippie. Who the fuck is he? Fucking Cartman? Really? What is that like? Is that like a group of people that you call them hippies, dude? What the fuck, dude? What an asshole.
And censorship runs rampant, whether it was a mistake or not, it still happened. We all come together and we all rally together, and we remember, like, we're not actually each other's enemy. We're all on the same side. It's the censorship. It's the centralization. It's the banks that we are fighting against, and we will continue to do that. Somebody made a comment that maybe it was just yesterday or the day before. I predicted I would get deplatformed one day. It probably will happen at some point. But, it didn't happen last night. So about 11 o'clock, I got the email, I put in the appeal, and I went to Twitter. There were already people talking about it on Twitter.
Boom! He appealed it. There you go. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in advertising revenue. Lots of people watch his channel. He makes them a lot of money. So he appealed it. That's how you get your channel back. You appeal it. That's one way. The other way is to contact the people who do the advertising for you. AdWords. They can get you your channel back like that. While you hold, they can get you your channel back.
And so about 12:30, I woke up with I used to have the Bybit sweats, now I have the YouTube sweats. So I woke up and I checked my email and saw that they had said they were reinstating it. But there's some important lessons here that you guys should take from this. Number one, make sure you are following us on Twitter so you get the latest information. 467.9 thousand followers there. Make sure you click on our contest link, because this isn't just about a contest, guys. This is about being able to follow us on all of our major platforms. That way, if something does happen, Nick Lucero says big love here. Appreciate that super chat, Nick. But that way, if something does happen, you have all these different access points to us. So obviously, we put an article out about this last night on the channel, what happened, to let everybody know. But the update is we did get the channel back, because you're seeing it right now. But I want to take this time.
I got to go check my water.
That I've done before on the channel. Haven't really talked about this a ton. I don't make a lot of allusions.
And I want to hear what he's saying, so I'll pause that and I'll be right back. I'll go full screen with the grow though, so you guys can look at that. Okay, I'll be right back. I just set an alarm for noon, 2 hours now, because it is really going slow. Okay. You guys like the grow there? Thank you, Callie. Hope yours are doing good. I've got spider mite. I've got remnants of spider mites out there right now, but I have to do a 10-day spray. Well, I'm going to start probably tonight, and I'm going to do it every night. I'm going to spray these motherfuckers and get them just... I'm spraying the soil, everything. This shit is so hard to keep bug-free. But I just don't... I see those little fucking bites on the leaves, and I get so pissed off.
That's so son of a snitch. Make a lot of allusions to my previous life, things I did before. But today's a very special day. So you guys maybe have heard me talk about my sobriety. I don't drink, I don't use drugs, don't do anything like that. I've been sober now. You might have heard me say 15 years. It's not exactly true. I just generalized because it's getting a lot of years now. But I've actually been sober today for 14 years now. So 14 years ago, on July 29th, 2007, I had been, I was a meth user, a heavy meth user for 7 years, every day. Did every single thing on top of it that you could possibly do. And so I think that it's kind of cool that today I got my channel back. It's like a rebirth, but really that day was a rebirth of my whole life. A lot of people say, what's the most important day of your life? I say it's either the day of my overdose or the day that I went into rehab shortly thereafter. So what happened is I've been up for several days. It was just a normal thing for me. I was up about 4 days at a time, meth, coke, weed, and 7 hits of acid. And that was on top of it. That was the last thing. That was the clincher. And I went into, I just went crazy. I went absolutely insane. And I fought a bunch of police officers. I broke a cop's arm. I beat up a hotel manager. And I was running into moving vehicles on Stone Mountain Boulevard in Decatur, Georgia, to try to kill myself. And after the third vehicle, a cop pulled up on the scene, and I jumped up and I ran and I attacked him. And then I fought cops, like I said, for about 20 minutes. They finally sat on top of me and put handcuffs on me and shoved me down into the pavement. And at that point, I just decided to give up my life and just started breathing real slow and just gave it all up. And I thought it was over for me. I thought I was dying. I thought I was dead. And I woke up. Now, I've never shared this before publicly, but there was a time, I don't know if I actually died. DeKalb County had all of my medical records, or maybe, DeKalb County had all my medical records, so I don't know if I died. I don't know what happened, but there was a period of that time when I feel like I went to hell. I know it sounds crazy. But there was an image that I was given during this time. And the image was a white dog that was chasing its tail. It just kept chasing its tail and chasing its tail and chasing its tail. And then the dog caught its own tail. And the force from the dog catching its own tail, it caused the dog's neck to break and fell over dead. And I immediately understood that was the whole life that I was living at that time. I was chasing after things that I couldn't fill myself with. I was chasing voids that I had from my childhood, or other things that I went through. And I chased after everything to try to fill that stuff. And so when I woke up in the hospital bed 3 days later with a breathing tube down my throat, I looked out the window and I saw the sun coming up. And what I said at that point was, thank you God for saving me, because I knew that I should have been dead. And I decided that moment I was going to change my life, and I went into rehab in 2007. I was in rehab at a place called No Longer Bound.
I'm going to try diatomaceous earth. Callie, why don't you just say what it is?
In another program called Three-Dimensional Life for many years after
Why don't you just say what it is on the live stream, Callie? Why are we hoarding information?
This was the turning event of my entire life. Like, look, it was great when I got married. It was great when I had kids later on. Great when I graduated college. Great when we hit 1 million subscribers.
Hey, Tabitha.
Events that day on July 29th, 2007. Nothing. I wouldn't have any of this. I wouldn't have any of those other things. So I changed my life. I've been sober ever since. And I know there's a lot of people that struggle with addiction, and I've got a large platform, and I don't share this probably enough, as much as I should.
Right. And if it's the first time you're talking about it, you've been a selfish fucking prick for the whole time you've been running your channel. I keep it real on this fucking channel. I've told you guys all the shit that I've been through in my past. There's no fucking secrets here. Now that he got his channel taken down for fucking 1.5 hours, as he claims, he found out an hour and a half later. And how long did he fucking play that fucking little tiny violin on Twitter for? When he knew after an hour and a half they were going to give him his channel back, I wonder. Be interesting. When did he finally go back on Twitter and say, hey, I've got my channel back?
That was a rebirthing of my entire life. And for anybody out there that is struggling with that stuff, you got to know it's a mind trick. Like, you think that to live a sober life is a sacrifice. That's the way you feel when you're trapped in that mindset and that lifestyle. You think you have to sacrifice happiness, like you got to give up your drug. But the truth is, it's way better on the other side. And if you need help doing that, there's plenty of places out there that can help you. So, I just really, I laid it on my heart to share that message with people today, and just know I understand it. Crypto Ric Flair says, bro, I can so relate. He's been 7 years sober, so congratulations on that. But just want to share that with you guys before we really get into the video today. And just today's a big day for me in my life, and thank you for sharing that with me. So you guys are a big part of that, right? Bit Squad, am I right? You guys.
He's running ads in the corner.
Says that's amazing. Proud of you, 5 years himself. So awesome. All right, well, let's go and jump into the markets. That's why people came here. They came here.
Look at the ads running on his show.
Cap. We're at $1.552 trillion. Paul Frederick says, respect the name. The 24-hour volume is down a little bit. We're back under $100 billion at 78 billion. We were over 100 for a few days in a row there.
All right, that's all we want to hear from him. All right, there you go. There you have it. There's your extended show, 2 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys had fun. I've got nothing else to say. I love you guys. Thanks to the 12 of you for still being here. as again, I'll say, Callie, why can't you just list in the chat what this thing is to control spider mites with? What's the big secret? Why are we hoarding information? We're all here to learn how to fucking kill spider mites, not whisper secrets away from the rest of the people. What's this way to kill spider mites? I asked you before, you didn't answer me. What's good on the cannabis today? I don't know how long I should wait for her to respond. I got stuff I got to go do. I want to hear this way to deal with spider mites. Stop them. I want to see if it works, so I'm going to try it. But in the meantime, I'm going to start my 10-day spraying regimen tonight. And knock them the fuck out. So damn sexy. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. A lot of women tell me I should get rid of it. 3 so far, actually. 3. I just don't understand. She didn't even say anything back. She dropped that little bombshell and left, I guess. All right. I won't. I like it. Right, maybe she'll message me, the big secret. I'll tell you guys when she tells me. How's that? Come back to the next show. All right, you guys, take care. Love y'all. I'll see you either at 1 this afternoon or 4 for the next show. Bye, guys. Thank you for making this a 2-hour show, guys. Bye, guys.